According to the proponents of Bitcoin, the traditional system of money, which is based on fiat currencies issued by governments and central banks, is flawed and prone to manipulation. This system is susceptible to the debasement of money, which refers to the practice of increasing the supply of money in circulation in order to pay for government expenses or stimulate economic growth. Debasing the money can lead to a number of negative consequences, including inflation. When the supply of money increases, each unit of currency becomes worth less in terms of its purchasing power. This leads to rising prices or inflation, which erodes the value of money and wealth over time. Asset bubbles. Inflation can also encourage speculation, as people seek higher returns on their money to compensate for its declining value. This can lead to asset bubbles, where prices become inflated beyond their intrinsic value and eventually collapse. Debt. Inflation can also discourage saving and encourage debt, as people may prefer to borrow money that will be worth less in the future rather than save money that will lose value over time. Decreased standard of living. If wages do not keep pace with inflation, the purchasing power and standard of living of the poor and middle class can be severely impacted. Bitcoin, on the other hand, offers a solution to these issues. As a decentralized and fixed supply digital currency, Bitcoin removes the ability of governments and central banks to manipulate the money supply and debase the value of money. Instead, the supply of Bitcoin is capped at 21 million units, which will be released over time through a process known as mining. This fixed supply ensures that the value of Bitcoin cannot be diluted by the printing of more units, as is the case with fiat currencies. The fixed supply of Bitcoin also offers a number of benefits, including increased productivity and wealth. The value of Bitcoin is likely to increase over time due to its fixed supply, which means that the purchasing power of individuals holding Bitcoin will also increase. This increase in purchasing power can lead to increased productivity and wealth for society as a whole. Reduced speculation and debt. With a fixed and limited supply of Bitcoin, there is less incentive for speculation and asset bubbles to form. Additionally, as the value of Bitcoin is likely to increase over time, there is less incentive for individuals to take on debt, as they would need to pay back the loan with money that is worth more in the future. Increased efficiency and stability. The decentralized and digital nature of Bitcoin allows for fast and efficient peer-to-peer transactions, which can increase the velocity of money and the efficiency of the global economy. The fixed supply of Bitcoin also ensures stability, as the value of the currency is not subject to fluctuations caused by changes in the money supply. Smaller government. The inability to manipulate the money supply through the printing of more units removes a key source of funding for governments. This could lead to a reduction in the size and influence of the government, as well as increased freedom, liberty, and free market capitalism. Bitcoin believers argue that the transition to a Bitcoin-based economy is inevitable, as people tend to gravitate towards the hardest form of money in the long run. As more individuals and institutions adopt Bitcoin and the benefits of a fixed supply currency become clear, it is likely that the traditional fiat system will become increasingly obsolete.